Hey everybody, I'm Michelle Carre.
And I'm Matt Carre.
And this is Riding in Cars with Cars.
With Carre Group of Redline Real Estate here in Airdrie, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah, so today is a super exciting day.
It is.
Because we have someone in the car that is not from Airdrie.
Nope.
They're actually our first American.
Yes, he is. We think so anyways.
Yeah, well, pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
And what he's here in Airdrie for, and what he's talking about, could make Airdrie the first city of its kind in Canada.
So cool.
It's so amazing. So tell us more about it.
So Tony Butner, he and his family, they started what's called the Blue Zone Project. And Blue Zone is about a healthy lifestyle, healthy living. And they've adopted cities around the world, or gone and figured out from cities around the world what makes other places healthier and what makes them live longer.
Yeah.
And they put this entire thing together, and Airdrie has applied to become the very first Blue Zone certified city in Canada.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get Tony in the car and chat with him more about it.
Yeah.
This I've said for a while, or said for the last while, this could be a game changer for Airdrie. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to ask him more about it.
Well, Tony Butner, we would like to welcome you into the car with the Cars.
I'm happy to be in the car.
and thank you for being in Alberta all the way from Minnesota.
Oh, I absolutely love it. It's like being home.
Yeah, so quickly,
great.
Tell us what are Blue Zones?
Yeah, we spent 15 years in conjunction with National Geographic and the National Institute of Aging to find the places where people simply live the longest, happiest lives, and to try to figure out what the heck's going on so we can replicate it, right? Take little nuggets from their learnings and live a longer, happy life and dream. Could we help individuals or families or cities or organizations, and we've taken those learnings from Blue Zones, those places where people live 10 years longer with a fraction of chronic disease, and actually replicated what's called a Blue Zone project, where we're now working in 10 states and 43 communities, taking those learnings and helping policymakers make it easier to eat well, to move more, the places we spend our time. So those, your job and where your restaurant you like to go to and where you study your faith and schools and grocery stores, help them make the healthy choice easy for you. And then people, help them try to find resilience through their faith, whatever that is. Help them find purpose and what that mission statement is, and have them give back to the community and help people come together that want to change their health behavior and support each other. In other words, make the healthy choice the easy choice, and extraordinary things could happen when that is done.
You added the word happy, longer lives. And I think adding the word happy was a real trigger for me, because who cares if you live longer if you're not happy? But again, these communities that you guys found in Japan, in Costa Rica, in a couple other places,
Sardinia, Loma Linda, and Icaria, Greece.
Right, and they're all, and you could see the pure joy.
Oh yeah.
In the way they were living, and that to me, that was a real trigger for me right there.
Here in North America, on average, we are going to spend the last 10 years of our life, each and every one of us, fighting a chronic disease, one that is preventable. Medical researchers believe that the human body is programmed to live to a healthy age 90. Okay. But the problem is we're living to age 78 on average. Yeah. We're leaving 12 good years on the table. Imagine if you could claw back another 5 or 6 or 7 years. This is about adding years to your life, but it's also about putting life into those years.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your journey to create Blue Zone communities and where this all comes from and why you're so passionate about it?
Yeah, well, I have to give kudos to where kudos are needed, and it's my brother Dan is the founder and CEO. This is his brainchild. He's really a thought leader. What happened was National Geographic caught on to Dan's work, and they asked him to do an article on longevity, and we put a team together and went to Okinawa, and then went to Sardinia, then to Loma Linda. Dan wrote a book. It was a New York Times bestseller, and with how healthcare is changing, people understood, wait, why are we just a repair house for the sick? That's bankrupting our community and breaking our families, and putting our competitive advantage at risk in our businesses. Why not deliver health instead of healthcare?
Yeah.
Why not learn
Love that.
from the longest lived population? You heard me last night. For the first time in human history, it's
Yep.
projected that our kids are going to live less long lives than we did. And I have a 23-year-old daughter too, and when I hear that, it just makes me think, are we just all stupid or what? You know, or did our parents just love us?
One of the things that you said last night in your talk was that you work with the community to figure out what they want to do and what kind of changes they want to make. So you're not coming in and saying, thou shalt do the following. You're saying, here's some ideas, here's how we can support you, here's what's worked for other cities to help start the conversation. And I think that's a really important point, because somebody might hear this or, you know, hear about the Blue Zone idea and think, oh, I don't want them to force me to do something I don't want to do. But that's not what this is about at all.
Absolutely not. There's 43 Blue Zone projects in 10 different states, and those are 43 different Blue Zone projects. These are community-run initiatives. What we provide is the proven approach, dropping a chronic disease, sustaining it. We bring the programming, the access to experts, the science, the tools, the metrics, the measurement, and results. So our team's here to meet your community, to see is there that type of leadership and buy-in for this type of program for the committee or for the community. And let's be quite frank, is Blue Zone's a good fit for you?
Yeah.
This isn't for everyone. Some communities don't want change. Obviously, you guys are doing great things here, and we'd just be honored to be partners to continue to strengthen
I think it would be great for Airdrie to have that Blue Zone designation. I think it'd be amazing.
We're going to want to get about minimally a third of the individuals in your city to participate, right? And do whatever they want to do. Go to a cooking class, join a purpose workshop, join a Moai, buy a dog, right? Or adopt one, move, optimize their home, make healthy choices easier. We have about 50 things they can do, and it's all their choice. We just want them engaged, right? The places we spend our time, we're going to want to get between 25 and 50% of all your restaurants, schools, grocery stores, faith-based communities, and employers to optimize those environments, strengthen those social networks at work, and make the healthy choice easy through choice. And then with your government, be it locally here in Airdrie or in the province, to change the tide as it relates to making sure people have access to healthy foods. And maybe make it a little harder to get junk food, right? We have to make healthy choices easy. We can't mandate anything here, but this is all about bringing community together, strengthening resiliency, attracting people, businesses, and economies here so that there's good jobs and the community's set up so it's easy to walk and bike and be safe. Make the healthy choice easy choices. But at the end of the day, choice.
Yep.
Love that. Tony, what do you do personally for Blue Zone activities or choices in your life to show people watching the changes that a person, an actual human being, has made in their life, not just statistics or a city out there, but you personally? What are some of the things that you do that you think have really made a difference for yourself and your family?
So I'll give you an example. In the longest lived populations around the world, people are nudged by their environment or their lifestyle into moving every 20 minutes. For us in North America, we get stuck in a seat and we're there for 8-9 hours at a time. So for me, one of our strategies is to either buy or adopt a dog, because when you go home at night, what do you have to do?
Walk
the dog. And it's been one of the greatest things I've ever done. I love my dog. I've never had one. He's wonderful for my well-being. I'm active with him. That family has always been first for me. The people you hang out with have just an extraordinary influence on your well-being. I've always tried to surround myself with like-minded people, and friendships have always been very, very important to me. Having a sense of purpose. I lived in the Caribbean for 20 years. I owned a beach shop on the beach. I could see 11 islands from the cigar box.
Wow.
And I always thought I got life nailed here.
Yeah.
And I was miserable. there. I
Really?
was miserable. I wasn't close to my friends. I wasn't close to my family. I was in a dysfunctional community, and it got old. And working for Blue Zones, and just trying to help even one person start to change their life is a gift that is beyond words.
Amazing.
Well, one thing I really come to with the Blue Zone, or learned about the Blue Zone, is it's about a sense of community and spending time together. And one study just came out that Cigna, the insurance company, did, and they found that 46% of Americans feel either alone or lonely.
Indeed.
And what was interesting was that when you feel alone, it works the same part of the brain that pain comes from. And so that the people actually feel pain when they feel alone. The other thing they said it found was your immune system was deficient.
Sure.
So people had more diseases because they felt alone. And I know that's one of the huge things. And you talked about that, about yourself, how you're a family first guy. And you talked last night about how you and your brothers all went on your bike rides together. For me, that's the exciting thing, is about getting back to community and getting back to being with people. Our social networks.
We are social critters.
We are.
I mean, we're not meant to be alone.
But what's so interesting is we're social critters, and we somehow think we've achieved the goal by tweeting and posting on Instagram, and that is not. The name social media is almost a misnomer because it's not true socializing. We need to physically connect with one another and look into someone else's eyes.
30 years ago, the average North American had 3 best friends, an average that they could count on a good day and a bad day, and that person would listen. We're down to just about a little over 1.
Oh.
30 years ago, 58% of kids walked to school. We're down to about 8. If you look at mental health numbers and childhood obesity trends, they all line up. It's a decline, in my opinion. No, social media is not social networks. Mm-hmm. Social networks is getting together with your friends, doing like-minded, supporting each other, like being your personal board of directors. That doesn't happen over the web.
Yeah.
Yes.
There has to be some interaction, physical interaction. I agree.
Well, it's not. Tony, I'm known for the hard-hitting questions of the two of us. So, Vikings or Twins?
I'm known to answer and get stuck with all the hard questions.
Yeah.
Vikings or Twins? I have to say Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 2 years old and my grandpa brought me on a cold November day. It was probably, the snow was higher than me. So at the old Met Stadium, I've been an ardent fan, a disappointed fan for a long time, but I just can't give it up. The Vikings, they're playing in the winter. I'm not as busy, so I have more time. Twins, I love them. They've won 2 World Series, but I'm just too busy.
But okay, another hard-hitting question: is that a real picture of your brother losing to that old guy in arm wrestling?
That is,
or that video?
That is 100% live, not staged, real picture.
So just to give some background on this, it's a photo that Tony showed during his talk last night.
It's a video.
A video, sorry. And his brother is in an arm wrestling competition with a man who was
65 years older than him.
And the older gentleman
whooped him. And by the way, I get to travel around the world and show him get whooped.
Yeah.
Paybacks, baby.
And with that, too, though, that's part of it. It's on the TED Talk as well, though.
Yeah.
Right? On your brother's TED Talk.
He just doesn't bring it to light like we do.
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't gloat that he lost, where you gloat that he lost.
Completely. Am I gloating?
No, not at all.
Glowing. You meant to say glowing.
Glowing. Any reason, anything that brought you to Airdrie specific?
We were looking for the right leadership. Right? We've spent about 6 months vetting each other, having conversations, learning what the opportunities and the threats and challenges, and we came to the realization that a Blue Zone project here in Airdrie is going to be an innovation, just like the very first one in Albert Lea, Minnesota. Yeah. And that is very exciting to us.
Wow.
We think we've built the machine and have experience, but we also understand there's going to have to be a significant partnership of innovation here. And we're an innovative company. We're really excited to come to the table and do that. So leadership.
That's amazing.
Tony, we have to thank you for being in the car with us today.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Really,
Thank you. I
really
don't mind.
appreciate it.
Yeah, happy.
So one thing we want people to, if you like what you see, please share. The more shares that these videos get, the more people can be inspired by Blue Zone. But how can people get more information on Blue Zone, what you are, what you guys do?
You can go to our website at bluezone.com. There's tons of information, research, testimonies of the communities we're in, lots of free content and tools and recipes for you to use, and hopefully in the next 9 months to year, you'll be able to participate here in the very first Blue Zone project in Canada. So thank you so much. Hope to be back soon.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We forgot what we were supposed to say.
Sometimes I get discombobulated. So my brother's a diehard Vikings fan. He crushed them when they lost in the conference finals this year. So he thought when they made the catch, he thought the curse was lifted.
Believe me, I was in treatment for about a week after that.